I know what you're thinking. Why has this gaming vicar, Isle of Man Vicar, hiker, walker, camper, spiritual, faithful priest, why on earth is he doing a video about a sports car? I think there's a little bit of me trying to explain what's happened here. I'm not having a midlife crisis. Well, at least I don't think I am. I'm not. Who knows? I might be, but I'm not having a midlife crisis, honestly. I've ended up with a BMW Z4, and you're going, well, some of you may be going, well, I mean, priest driving around in a sports car, typical kind of, he's a church person with a fancy sports car. Clearly the church is paying him way too much money, or what's happened with the money in the collection plate, or all that kind of, the jokes will come out, no doubt, and all that sort of business. And I thought, well, let's get ahead of this, shall we? I'll make some explanations. I'm not giving excuses. I'm just going to explain how I ended up with a BMW Z4. And I've pulled over, and it happens to be this road, so let's get really busy. But hey, I thought I'd show it to you. I then explained to you why I ended up buying a BMW Z4. So as you probably aware, if you watch my videos, that I've had a problem with my car for about 3 months now. Still hasn't resolved. The mechanic who I trusted has basically come up with a million excuses as to why it hasn't happened yet and didn't happen. And eventually I just said, can I have my car key back? And I still haven't got my car key back 2 weeks later. I even offered to buy the part he apparently bought for the car off him and get it fixed somewhere else, and not heard back, as is normal, as I found out for this person. So I'm really gutted about that. And I just thought, well, I need to sort something out. So I had to go out, and I've got it on finance. You know, I don't have money sitting around to buy multiple cars. I'm a priest. I don't have that sort of money. But I was like, right, okay, I'll have to take out a small loan and buy a car. And I can tell you, the Isle of Man second-hand cars are blooming expensive. It's a limited market. Some of these cars do the rounds. So one person has them for a few weeks and then seems to be want to offload it. They've got the cars going into the auctions. There's some good dealers about, but everything is so much money, so expensive. Almost like if you're from, like, or have been to places like Italy or Spain, things like that, some of the prices over there we wouldn't even comprehend. It's just so expensive. But it's like it over here. It's just a limited market. There's only so many cars about. And I'll give you some examples of some of the cars I looked at for the same value as this car, or more. Similar age cars. I've tried this about 5 times. Just a lovely chat with a guy called Mark. Shout out to Mark, who watches the videos. Just a laugh chatting about what I'm doing now, which is basically explaining how I end up with a sports car. But yeah, we're talking about cars on the island. So examples. I went to one garage and they had a first generation electric car, Nissan Leaf, that was not in great shape. Been there for a long time and had a range of about 70 miles and was about the same money as this. They had a Polo, VW Polo, with higher mileage and about a similar age to this, and was just looked like it was tired, and it had a massive scrape on the bonnet. Same money as this. I went to another garage, and I hate to probably give it away, but it's a Suzuki ASX, and they're nice people at this garage. But as I looked at this, which was more money than this, it had a rusted boot, really rusted, and massive damage to one wing. And they're going, oh, we've got the guy who's going to come out and fix all this stuff. Okay, you're showing a car which is filthy and rusted, and you want the same. And so I was getting really disheartened looking at cars and always risk and buying it. You buy privately, you save a bit of money, but you never know what you're picking up over here. Stuff just gets handed around. And so I went, and I needed to do the finance, so I could get a personal loan or whatever. But I was like, so I went over to Swift Motors in Douglas, and they're pretty good. Nearly bought a car from them before. My wife's car nearly bought from them, and always good, always pleasant. And I spoke to a couple of guys over there, and I was like, oh, you got anything in? Is anything coming in? Oh, well, all we've got around your budget is the Z4s. Well, they've got 2 of them in there, and they kind of wanted to get rid of one because they had 2. They've done a bit of work on this, and it's a convertible, so they wanted to get rid of it before the end of the summer, because before the end, obviously after the summer, they just don't really sell. They didn't want to sit in it for a year; it always losing value. They've done a bit of work to it. They've got the roof done at Z Sheds, which is a really well-known Z4 specialist in the UK. So they've got the roof sorted, because sometimes they have the odd problem and it's been fixed anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But when they go, they can be quite expensive to fix it. It had already been fixed. I looked at it and I was going, for the same money, I can have a really good engine, full service history. So full service history, everything there. Beautiful bodywork, really clean inside. They'd actually take care of their cars there. So the cars are being washed and cleaned and machine polished and stuff like that. So they were really taking care of them. And I was looking around this thing going, there's not any rust on it. I was going, right, what's stopping me from buying it? I've always wanted a well, I've had a couple of convertibles, love driving convertibles because I just love the kind of openness to the outdoors and the air, and kind of just feels really open. I love it. I have my connection with nature, camping and stuff. So I thought, well, I could. He said, do we want to take it for a test drive? And I was like, I don't know. What? Do you know what was stopping me all the way through? What will people think of a vicar driving around in a sports car? I kind of thought, well, hold on. Now, my congregation isn't massively wealthy. There's wealthy people in the congregation. There's people with very little in the congregation. But for the price of this car, there's probably 95% of the people who attend the church have got better cars, like more valuable cars, I should say. There's people with 40, 50,000 pound cars, Range Rovers and electric cars which are brand new and stuff like that. Good for them. They give to the church, they give to charity, they give up their time. They're not they don't have to answer to anyone. And I hadn't even thought about it in those terms. Why suddenly can I not have a nice car? I'd be better off buying the same value car which is in worse condition, with a worse service history, with rust on it and dents, just to make other people feel better about me. So what am I doing? So I kind of took it for a test drive. We kind of talked about the price and what might need doing to it. It needed a new oil level sensor because it'd been serviced recently. No MOTs on the Isle of Man, which is an interesting one, isn't it? MOTs. So I had to get it checked over really well. I checked out the engine, I checked out the wheels. It's still on run flats, which you know nothing about BMW Z4s. Not the ideal. You don't really want them on run flats, but that's what they have as standard. They kind of come with run flats. And I was like, what am I doing? Just this is maybe the car. And so went through a little bit of deliberation and took it for a test drive, drove beautifully. And now here I am in a hardtop convertible BMW Z4 sports car with a 2.5 V6 straight 6 engine, which has got 202 brake horsepower. I don't know how much torque it's got, a fair bit. 0 to 60, probably from you, but 0 to 60 of 6.6 seconds, and a top speed of over 150 miles an hour. And I'm on a driver's island. Don't forget, this is a real petrol head island. So there are really good roads to drive on around here. Now, I'm not going to drive like that. I'll still get my 35 to 40 miles to the gallon out of this car because apart from the fact there's very little traffic, plus you're not, apart from in the towns, there's not so many restrictions on speed and stuff. So I'll get my 35 to 40 miles my MPG out of it. No problem. I'm already getting that looking at the computer. And I end up with like a top of the range model as well. So this BMW, so it's got that engine I mentioned. It's the Highline Edition. It's the M-Sport Edition. It does have a bit firmer suspension. It's the M-Sport. It's the 2.5 litre Highline, and so it's got the hardtop convertible, heated seats. It's got the iDrive system, which is like the pop-up computer, maps and everything, which I'll update soon at some point, not in a rush. Full leather interior, special reflective black seats that apparently don't get too hot in the sun, and they haven't. They've been really good. I've done the shopping in it, and I can fit like over a week's worth of shopping in the boot, no problem. With the roof up, no problem. I can fit in probably my full 2 weeks, 3 weeks shop that I do, and that's without using the passenger seat as well. Wife's got a 4-seater, so we've got a car that can take the family out, and I'll probably still fix up the Mark One Honda CRV if I can ever get that sorted, and that will give him my dog car, camping car, tip run car that I wanted, and for the winter as well. You know, if it gets really bad, I can always take that out because it's the all-wheel drive and it needs a few bits and bobs and some updates and stuff, but it's kind of there or thereabouts. So yeah, so I thought I'd share it with you because obviously, you know, it might appear in some videos. I'm probably going to go wild camping with the car because I'll just take it. It'll fit my rucksack in the back, no problem. It'll fit me and my son if we want to go out. I'll take it out when I go hiking. I'll take it out for that sort of thing. I'm not going to not use it. But in the weather we've had this last few weeks, this car's been amazing. Roof down most of the time, driving round in the sunshine. It's been like having a holiday. And honestly, the cost of this car was less than it would cost for a holiday. It's for especially even for 2 or 3 people, but for my family, we've all been out, we've all been doing stuff, we've been going out on days out, and I kind of went, I don't really need to justify it, but I can. It will be a reliable, it's the best engine. It's the M52, I think, engine, which has been one of BMW's most reliable engines before they started chucking turbos on it. Too many electrics. It's fairly easy to work on. I've already done all the seals on the car and stuff like that to make sure the roof's all sound and sealed. And it just runs beautifully, quietly. It's not it can be super fast if you put your foot down, but it's not the fastest car. It's not the fastest handling, but it's comfortable. It'll do what I need it to do. I think it's going to be reliable. It'll get me to where I want to get to, and it won't be the most expensive to take care of either. So yeah, why the local vicar is now driving around in a sports car, and it's not because I need to look flash, not because I'm trying to show off, or not because I'm having a midlife crisis, but literally, it was the best car I could find for my budget at that moment in time on the island. And I think it really was as well. And Swift Motors have been superb. So shout out to Swift Motors, who have been brilliant, fun, friendly, helpful, give me a 12-month warranty on it without me asking for it. Did the work that's needed on it. Like literally, I drove it back to them. When I picked it up, they'd already booked it in for the work when I paid for it. They booked it in for the work that it needed doing, that we'd agreed on. They'd already booked it in, so you can drop it in Thursday. We just got the part come in and we'll fix it. Did that. Gave me a courtesy car, which was a 15 grand, 16 grand car that they lent me. And believe me, this is not that sort of money. And I think I've got this probably for, if you got this in a prestige garage, it's probably half the price it would be in there. It's basically a reasonably cheap motor. And so I'm very happy, and everything works, including the heated seats. I'm looking forward to trying those out in the winter. I'm not going to apologise. I'm just wanting to put the explanation out there, give you a little bit of a driving video, and then tell you that that's probably all I'm going to be able to do video-wise this week, because coming back to work on Tuesday, after having 2 weeks off, it's been a little hectic, shall we say. Got lots of exciting and interesting stuff happening with work. I've had meetings about the upper room, the church space that we're looking to develop, and got some good stuff happening there. I've got something I probably can't talk about at the moment happening with the Manx government, a little project or something, potentially something I think we could work on together, which will be around community resilience, and just generally got a great weekend coming up with baptism for Chrissy. Looking forward to seeing the baptism, and services on Sunday, a couple of services on Sunday, and concert in Castletown tomorrow, or music going on in live music happening in Castletown tomorrow. It's just been great, been a great week. This is all I'm going to be able to put out there. I'm probably going to put it on. I've got a stand attached to the headrest, so you can come drive with me with the roof down and maybe have a listen to the engine. I won't go fast. It won't be exciting. There's not going to be me doing a ton down a country lane. I'm too nervous. So I'll drive it very sensibly. But we'll see what it sounds like, and maybe if this video people enjoy it, then maybe I'll do a few more. So this is me, the Isle of Man Vicar, hiker, camper, sports car enthusiast. It's going to be, algorithm's going to hate me. Algorithm's going to go, we just don't know what to do with you. We don't know where to put you. So here's 3 views. But why not, eh? It's supposed to be life here. That's what I'm filming and what I'm talking about. So this is just a strange bit of my life, which is going to be me driving to camp in the wilds in a BMW sports car. Strangest life I've ever known, as Jim Morrison once said. It's on his gravestone, isn't it? So yeah, let's head back home, and I'll put you in the passenger seat so you can drive along with me. So, what's it saying to me? So it's got, we'll say this car's got everything on it. It's got like, not just the reverse sensors, it's got the radar thing, so it actually shows what's behind you, which is kind of cool. I thought I'd do a little talk as I drive on the way home, because I'm not looking at the camera or anything. So we're over at Langness, so just had a chat with Mark. Tide's out, everyone's on the beach. Got a bit busier than I thought. At one point, a steamroller went past. I was like, what's going on here? So it wasn't a marching band or something. So yeah, this is over at like Derby Haven, Langness. I won't be able to see what you're seeing. Put it over to radio, so it's not showing what weird songs I've got on my. I should just put it on maps, shouldn't I? Just so you can see roughly where I am. Could do. There you go. So this maps will need updating, so I'll get it updated with the latest 2025 maps. It doesn't look like it's going to do too much. I can do it for a decent company. I'll do it for about 75 quid for the USB with the maps on it. Oh, it does have indicators as well, this BMW. I don't know if they're retrofitted, but it's a joke. My son was making jokes about it. But so I'm not letting it fly, because this is by the airport. There is a speed restriction here, like a normal road. So it's not all super fast roads. We're taking it easy. I've got King William's College over that way. Oh yeah, GCSE results. So we've got both my daughters did really well. One of them was retaking her English. She got a B, and the other one was she's already got a job, so she's doing really well. Really pleased for her. Really proud of her. And my youngest daughter did her GCSEs, and she completely outdid me when I was always the one who got like the most GCSEs. And now I'm not like the best or whatever. She's got like at least a couple of She's got a couple of A's, some B's, maybe a couple of C's. She's got her English and her maths, and she's just got a full-on what's it called? So she's got an offer for college here. So we have a college over here, and she's doing forensic science and criminology, and she's got an offer for that. So it's an unconditional offer. That's it. She's got an unconditional offer from UCM. So that's great. So we're just driving into Castletown here. Always amazes me when I walk around Castletown. It's like it's actually quite a big place. It's quite a lot of houses here, but the population that they give always seems really small. It never seems like it's quite right. It seems like it should be like a much higher population than they make out. Be very careful not to put my foot down. So it does. So I've taken it on the mountain road, and I've gone up to the Victory Cafe when my wife and I were spending a few days out, and the kids were all doing their own thing. So we went and did a little drive out, and got ourselves a sandwich from Tesco's and that sort of thing. What else do I? It's got this is like a really high spec one, so it's got like the xenon lights and stuff, so which is really useful to have really good lights. But I've not had like these super bright xenon lights before, not even when I had quite a new car. We go along here, and on the left hand side we've got Nautical Museum. And then we come along to the harbour. Coming over Thurtle Bridge, past one of my churches and the giant heron statue. See, can you hear the click of the indicators? They do have them. Driving around past the harbour. And then we're going to be coming around. It's always an awkward turn there. So this is by the Castle Arms, otherwise known as the Glue Pot. We got on the left-hand side coming up here, we got the Costas, but also on the left-hand side here, we got the Earl of Derby, which is the new cafe that's opened with wine bar kind of thing. It's very nice. Always love Garrison. You've got the Garrison there as well. Coming past the square on my right, and the Fox and Fin bar, which is the silver caravan type thing, like a streamliner. Streamline, something like that. I think that's what they're called. The kind of chromed up looking thing. It's great. And then this is Farrants Way. Police station on my right. And if any time you're thinking, God, it sounds like he's going fast, it's like literally 20 miles an hour. And Tesco's, back at Tesco's on my right. Methodist Church on my right. Might have to do a little drive somewhere. I think I'll take you over the mountain roads, because if I can get the camera set up right, it's just ridiculous. It's beautiful. Some of the roads over the mountain just blows my mind every time. So head back. It's always an awkward corner as well, because cars fly around. Oh, it's got a little burble to the exhaust, which is quite good fun. For all I know, because I can't see what the camera's doing, you could well have been seeing absolutely nothing. I keep putting it into sixth instead of reverse. electric brake. Let's put the roof up then. That's it, we're there, we're done. So, yeah, here we are. I've got my, should we give it a rev? It's too smooth, it doesn't do the, can be a bit burbly, doesn't do the horrible noises. Really nice. So it's, yeah. You can probably see why I spent the same money as I could have done on a really horrible, bad condition, rusted, scraped up, dirty car with not the service history and high mileage, or I could have bought this BMW Z4 S24i M-Sport Highline Edition sports car. Tell me, what would you have done? What would you have done? I think I've made the right decision. We'll see when I get this, because I haven't seen many of the congregation yet, because no Sunday services yet. I came back on Tuesday, been flat out answering emails and dealing with some like stuff that's coming up, meetings, Zoom calls, stuff like that. So it's been a bit of a funny old one. But yeah, you know, let me know what you think. Be honest. If you want to comment in it, I've had a few nasty comments recently. One was because I was wearing polo shirts I've got my polo shirts with the collar on them. I was wearing my polo shirt with the collar on it. It shows that I don't need the collar to be recognised, because I spoke to someone today. Oh, you're that Isle of Man Vicar, aren't you? So I don't need that. Yeah, so I got a few nasty comments about the polo shirt and how it showed how far the Church of England has gone, and apparently perhaps we should all be driving around and walking around in cassocks or something, because that was what Jesus did. No, he didn't, did he? No, he didn't wear a cassock. So should we be wearing linen robes and sandals, walking around barefoot? I don't know. What is it people expecting? Oh no, it doesn't look like the church that they like. Plenty of great priests I know who don't wear a collar and do amazing things for God and the church. So yeah, I don't think quite that's as important as you think it is. But anyway, I think it might be just someone trying to be nice. There's people who love to get on there. A few little comments I've had and a few little bits of abuse, but I see it as a sign of I'm reaching people, even the people that aren't going to like me. So I'll live with it. You know, I will say I'm at, last I looked, 486 subscribers, so 14 more subscribers, and I'm at the 500 mark that I was aiming for. I was at 487, but someone decided they didn't like me anymore, so they left. So 486 subscribers on YouTube, so 14 more, and I don't know what I get. Nothing. I don't get anything. I don't even get a paper hat or a medal or anything. It's terrible. But that's my aim. I'm at 2,100 hours. I hit 3,000 hours of people watching my videos, but that was over since I started the channel. But I only really started working on the channel in the last 6-7 months, 8 months maybe. So I'm fine. It's like, it's where it is. Oh, and my wife loved everyone's comments from the last video. She will appear in more, because she's clearly way more popular than I am. So it's because it's one of my best performing videos, and it's one with my wife in it. So clearly I'm gonna have to check her schedule and speak to her agent and see if she's available to do some more. But anyway, lovely to spend a bit of time just catching up really for a short video, as I've actually will be shorter. Let me know if you'd like to see some sort of driving tour videos. Maybe I can set up a couple of cameras and do perhaps some kind of split screen, a bit of me driving, but a bit of what's going on around and things like that. I can give you a little tour maybe of certain places by car, because a lot of people can't get out by walking, so a bit of car touring. And if you just want some car content, walking content will be up soon. I'm going to probably get out on Monday, I think, and get some hiking in. maybe a camp if the all the snitches don't start telling the Department of Environment and Agriculture, is it DA, something like that, that I'm camping. Anyway, you know what I'm going to say. Take care of yourselves. More importantly, take care of each other. God bless, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.